Trump stands ready to take its place alongside the great classics of Europe. But unlike those European races, this event has no history. It's creating its own history as we speak. And the man who has put his name on the event is Donald Trump.
I really look to the future. I always do, with investments, with deals, with events, with anything. And I think this is an event that can be tremendous in the future, and it can really very much rival the Tour de France.
There have been races in America, but they've been primarily a mix of criteriums and crowd-pleasing events. The European races, mostly long, point-to-point road races, and time trials, the race of truth. This event, however, a European event.
Well, it's very European-oriented, and usually I'm involved in the boxing and the championship fights and this and that, which is really a much higher exposure. But I think this is going to be every bit as good and certainly every bit as exciting. We look forward to it.
Thank you, Brian, for the explanation, and Donald Trump for the race. We'll come back with a look at the prologue course. Don't go away.
Most people know why this man is too famous. His real estate endeavors have brought him billions and allowed him to engage seriously in the world of sports. And from his New York roots, Trump has even gone Hollywood.
I need $6 million, and I need it yesterday.
Well, it's not for me to ask why, but if you feel it's that important and you need it that quickly, I'll give you $6 million for your apartment, and I'll sell your apartment, Maxie, and anything that I get over the $6 million, I'll give to you as soon as I sell it.
I love you. I can't believe you're doing... Thank you.
So while some of us think about buying a bike, Donald Trump has bought a bike race. We caught up with him at the Capitol Building in Albany, New York.
Why not the Tour de USA or Tour de New England? Why not just drop the name Trump?
The problem is you wouldn't be here doing an interview right now. That's the problem. And we've gone over it, and I would have almost preferred if we could have done without. And somehow now it's been almost received beautifully. It's just been so successful and so nice, and the coverage has been so fantastic. A lot of the races came actually because of the name. So the name has been a plus, and again, I wanted to be successful because that's important for the name.
Let's look ahead. 10 years from now, where do you feel the Tour de Trump will be?
I think that with a little maturity, with a little time, with a little effort, and with NBC's help, we'll make this the equivalent of the Tour de France. I can't say we're going to make it more, although in theory, you can also say that we have many more people, so you in theory could make it more. But I would like to make this the equivalent of the Tour de France.
In your book, The Art of the Deal, you said that money really isn't that important. It's just a means of keeping score. It's playing the game that excites you.
I love the game. I like the money, and the money is certainly a method of keeping score. But I don't do things for money. I do things because I enjoy doing them. That really sometimes can translate into more money than you would have made if you went just after the money. I think the Tour de Trump is an example.
We're sitting here in Albany, the state capitol, the Senate chamber. 10 years from now, do you see Donald Trump in politics?
I don't see myself as a politician. I think I speak my mind perhaps too bluntly. I like to tell the truth. I'm not sure that a great politician can always tell the truth. I do like to tell the truth. I like to say what should be done and when it should be done, and I'm not sure that a politician's allowed to do that and get elected. And that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for the country, I can tell you that.
Now a tough one. This is the one we've been saving. When is the last time that you rode a bicycle?
Well, that's a tough question. That was many, many years ago. And the whole look of bikes are much different today. I looked at some of the racing bikes today, and I said, you know, is this a bike? It looked more like a rocket ship, I suspect, than a bike. But I would say when I was about 7 or 8 years old was probably about it.
And it's not true, even though his childhood mates say that it is, that in those years, 7, 8 years old, he was mumbling things like New Jersey Generals, Mike Tyson, Tour de Trump, and we'll continue. We're live from New York on this Sunday in May.